can efendim oy, canım efendim oy. Bu dünyanın hesabını bizden isterler de onun içine çektim ellere ben. Harami maddeyi korku verirler. Benim ipek yüklü kervanım bu var efendim Harami vardiyi korku verirler. Benim ipek yüklü kervanım mı var efendim canım efendim
memleketler gezdim, neler gördüm görmedim. Çok memleketler gezdim, neler gördüm görmedim. Şu kocaman dünyada senin gibi görmedim. Şu kocaman dünyada senin gibi görmedim. Böyle bir yar istemem, istesem de istemem. Böyle bir yar istemem, istesem de istemem. Güller bitti dilimde, nasıl diyeyim bilmem. Güller bitti dilimde, nasıl diyeyim bilmem. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Ağım, ağım, ağım, ağım, ağım. Memleketler gezdim, neler gördüm görmedim. Çok memleketler gezdim, neler gördüm görmedim. Şu kocaman dünyada senin gibi görmedim. Şu kocaman dünyada senin gibi görmedim. Böyle bir yar istemem, istesem de istemem. Böyle bir yar istemem, istesem de istemem. Güller bitti dilimde, nasıl diyeyim bilmem. Güller bitti dilimde, nasıl diyeyim bilmem. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Ağım, ağım, ağım, ağım, ağım. Ateş olmayan yerde duman tütmezmiş derler. Ateş olmayan yerde duman tütmezmiş derler. Zaman zaman halini bir görseler gülerler. Zaman zaman halini bir görseler gülerler. Böyle bir yar istemem, istesem de istemem. Böyle bir yar istemem, istesem de istemem. Güller bitti dilimde, nasıl diyeyim bilmem. Güller bitti dilimde, nasıl diyeyim bilmem. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Ağım, ağım, ağım, ağım, ağım. Böyle bir yar istemem, istesem de istemem. Böyle bir yar istemem, istesem de istemem. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim. Estarabim, estarabim, sağdan soldan estarabim.
Almış ele arsızlığı, baştan başa yersizliği, bilmem neden hırsızlığı, yapan değil bilen zalim.
Zalimlar dünyası, gelen zalim giden zalim, insanlığın yüz karası, hayvan gibi ölen zalim, insanlığın yüz karası, hayvan gibi ölen zalim. Zalim zalim zalim zalim, ne olacak benim halim? Zalim zalim zalim zalim, ne olacak benim halim? Almış ele arsızlığı, baştan başa yersizliği, bilmem neden hırsızlığı, yaban değil bilen zalim. Bilmem neden hırsızlığı, yaban değil bilen zalim. Zalim zalim zalim zalim, ne olacak benim halim? Zalim zalim zalim zalim, ne olacak benim halim? İnsanlar dargınıyım, dertlilerin yorgunuyum. Sanki felek vurgunuyum, bu halime gülen zalim. Sanki felek vurgunuyum, bu halime gülen zalim. Zalim zalim zalim zalim, ne olacak benim halim? Zalim zalim zalim zalim, ne olacak benim halim? Zalim zalim zalim zalim, ne olacak benim halim? Zalim zalim zalim zalim, ne olacak benim halim? Zalim zalim zalim zalim.
Kimi doğar, kimi ölür, kimi yaşar uzun ömür ey. Bir yaz olur, bir kış olur, döner dünya bir deviye ey. Kimi güler, kimi ağlar, kimi geldiğine yanar ey. Biter aylar, geçer yıllar, döner dünya bir deviye ey. Kimi sever, kimi sevmez, kimi sevgi nedir bilmez ey. Günler geçer, hayat bitmez, döner dünya bir deviye ey. Kimi görür, kimi görmez, kimi duyar, kimi duymaz ey. Geçer zaman, durmak bilmez, döner dünya bir deviye ey.
sevdalarda, duygularda, sakin, kimsesiz ve sahipsiz uykularımda. Şimdi artık seni koklar yalnızlığım, seni arar, seni sorar sevda çiçeğim. Şimdi artık seni koklar yalnızlığım, seni arar, seni sorar sevda çiçeğim. Sedasız açardım gecelerde, kimse bilemez, göremez kuyutularda. Sonsuz ve dipsiz sevdalarda, duygularda, sakin, kimsesiz ve sahipsiz uykularımda. Şimdi artık seni koklar yalnızlığım, seni arar, seni sorar sevda çiçeğim. Şimdi artık seni koklar yalnızlığım, seni arar, seni sorar sevda çiçeğim. Seni koklar yalnızlığım, seni arar, seni sorar sevda çiçeğim. Şimdi artık seni koklar yalnızlığım, seni arar, seni sorar sevda çiçeğim.
Sarılsam sana ümitli bakışla, yollarını beklerim büyük bir aşkla. İsmin devamlı bir hece dudağımda, ömrüm geçiyor her an seni anmakla. Hasretinle yanıyorum her zaman, sevgilim seni bir an unutamam. Söyle artık neredesin sen söyle, ömrümüz geçecek mi?
Hello.
Kimseye gitme, koş koş koş bana sen koş koş koş. Aşkınlayım sarhoş gel gel gel.
Jacob Turner.
Koş koş bana sen koş koş koş. Aşkınlayım sarhoş, sarılsam sana ümitli bakışla.
Jacob Turner. Hello.
İsim devamlı bir hece dudağımda, ömrüm geçiyor her an seni
Jacob Turner. Hello. hello, hello, hello. Jacob Tony, hello, hello, Jacob Tony.
Sarılsam sana ümitli bakışla, yollarını beklerim büyük bir aşkla. İsmin devamlı böylece dudağımda, ömrüm geçiyor her an seni anmakla. Hasretinle yanıyorum her zaman, sevgilim seni bir an unutamam. Söyle artık neredesin sen söyle, ömrümüz geçecek mi hep beklemekle. Gel gel gel beni üzme, gel gel kimseye gitme, koş koş koş bana sen koş koş koş, aşkındayım sen hoş. Gel gel gel beni üzme, gel gel koş koş bana koş. Gel gel gelsene hadi.
من میونه دو چشمون قشنگه لونه کرده شب تو موهای سیاهه خونه کرده دو چشمون سیاهه مثل شبهای منه سیاهی های دو چشمت مثل غمهای منه وقتی بغض از موجه هم پایین میاد اون میشه سیل غم آبادیمو ویرونه کرده وقتی با من میمونی تنهاییمو باد میبره دو تا چشم بارونه شبونه کرده بهار از افزای من پر زد و رفت گل یخ توی دلم جوونه کرده تو اتاقم دارم از تنهایی آتیش میگیرم عشق کوفه توی این زمان نکرده چی بخونم جوونیم رفت صدام رفته دیگه گل یخ توی دلم جوون نکرده چی بخونم جوونیم رفت صدام رفته دیگه گل یخ توی دلم جوون نکرده میونه دو چشمون قشنگه لونه کرده شب تو موهای سیاهت خونه کرده دو تا چشمون سیاهت مثل شبهای منه سیاهی های دو چشمت مثل غمهای منه وقتی بغض از موجه هم پایین میاد بارون میشه سیل غم آبادیمو ویرونه کرده وقتی با من میمونی تنهاییمو میبره دوتا چشمام بارونه شبونه کرده بهار از دستای من پر زد و رفت گل یخ توی دلم جوونه کرده تو اتاقم دارم از تنهایی آتیش میگیرم عشق کوفه توی این زمان نکرده چی بخونم جوونیم رفت به صدام رفته دیگه گل یخ توی دلم جوون نکرده چی بخونم جوونیم رفت به صدام رفته دیگه گل یخ توی دلم جوون نکرده Garip gönlüm ağlar gülmez Nazlı yarın gitti gelmez Tanrım niçin aldın o gül yüzümü Nazlı yarın gitti gelmez Tanrım niçin aldın o gül yüzümü Söyle gidem hangi yana Elden bir şey gelmiyor Tanrım kavuştur beni ona Elden bir şey gelmiyor Tanrım kavuştur beni ona Garip gönlüm kanlar ağlar Gözlerinden yaşlar akar O güzelim saçlar, kalem kaşlar
گل هم گل آفتاب گردون میترسه دلم از بارون یارب تو شب مهتابی لیلا رو نگیر از مجنون گل آفتاب گردون میترسه دلم از بارون یارب تو شب مهتابی لیلا رو نگیر از مجنون بازم امشب مهتابه دل تنگم بیتابه میبینه ماه از اون دور که یه عاشق بیخوابه عزیزم فردا دیره بیا امشب یادم کن شب و هر شب زندونی سحر آزادم کن لا لا لا لی لا لا لای لا لا لا لی لا لا لای لا لا لا لی لا لا لای لا لا لا لی لا لا لای لا لا لا لی لا لا لای لا لا لا لی لا لا لای لا لا لا لی لا لا لای لا لا لا لای گل هم گل آفتاب گردون میترسه دلم از بارون یارب تو شب مهتابی لیلا رو نگیر از مجنون گل هم گل آفتاب گردون میترسه دلم از بارون یارب تو شب مهتابی لیلا رو نگیر از مجنون عزیزم از تنهایی دل عاشق پر درده مثل ابرا سرگردون یه شهاب شب گرده مثل ابرا سرگردون دوتا چشمم پر بارون توی دستم میخوشکن گلای آفتاب گردون لا لا لا لی لا لا لای لا لا لا لی از این قصه تلخ راه دشوار ای تو تک چراغ این شب تار این که گذشتن از کنار قصه ها نیست این که یه تصویر از سقوط آدم ها نیست ما بی تفاوت به تماشا ننشستیم ما خود دردیم این نگاهی گذرانیست سفر چه تلخه در امتداد اندوه حس کردن مرگ لحظه ویرانی کوه همهای هر بغض شکستن و چکیدن از درد غربت بی صدا فریاد کشیدن بشنو هم سفر من با هم ره سپاره راه دربی با هم لحظه ها را گریه کردی ما در صدای بی صدای گریه سوختی ما از عبور
Broadcasting live from Tellus 360 on 91.7 FM The Ville, WIXQ, Millersville University, and on the web at FridayLiveLancaster.com. This is Friday Live Lancaster. Welcome everyone to our last show before the summer season. Joe Devoy, my co-host, is off across the country being a rock star, so I have a new host here with me, Rob Bigley. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you.
Great to have you. You're going to do a little intro poem for us, and then the wonderful Cordy Byron is going to sing a beautiful song for us.
So normally Joe would write a poem for this, right? So we had to bring in somebody not quite as good as Joe Devoy. Our poet today is Edgar Allan Poe. And this is a little twist on a Mother's Day poem, since Mother's Day is coming along. This is a poem that he wrote to his mother-in-law after his wife's death. It is Edgar Allan Poe, after all. So, to my mother, because I feel that in the heavens above, the angels whispering to one another can find among the burning terms of love none so devotional as that of mother. Therefore, by that dear name I long have called you, you who are more than mother unto me, and fill my heart of hearts where death installed you in setting my Virginia's spirit free. My mother, my own mother who died early, was but the mother of myself, but you are mother to the one I loved so dearly, and thus are dearer than the mother I knew, by that infinity with which my wife was dearer to my soul than its soul life. A Mother's Day poem by Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, those clouds so swift, that rain won't lift, the gates won't close and the railings froze. Get your minds off winter town, 'cause you ain't going nowhere. Ride me high. Tomorrow's the day that bride's gonna come. Oh Lord, how we gonna fly down into the easy chair. So buy me some
diamond rings and a gun that sings, a flute that toots and a bee that stings, a sky that cries and a fish that flies, a bird that walks and a dog that talks. Ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, we gonna fly down in the easy jet. I don't care how many letters they send, that morning came and the morning she went. They'll pick up your money and pack up your tent. You ain't going nowhere. Ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy jet. So buy me a flute and a gun that shoots, tailgates and substitutes. Strap yourself to a tree with roots, 'cause you ain't going nowhere. Ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy jet. Now Genghis Khan, he could not keep all his kings supplied with sleep. Climb that hill no matter how steep. When we get up to ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, Lord, we gonna fly down in the easy jet. Ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, Lord, how we gonna fly down in the easy jet.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Cordy Byron, and this incredible band he has with him. I'm Laura Kendall, and with me today is my co-host, Rob Bigley. Welcome, Rob, and we have a fantastic show for you all today on our last show before we take a summer break. We have Danny Whitecotton, Heidi Letsky, the People Shakespeare Project are here, Michael Popovsky, Bob Dylan Bash at Tellus 360. We've got so many good things to talk about. And with me right here is the executive director of the Lancaster Symphony Orchestra, Paige McFarling. Welcome, Paige.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm beginning to think that April frigid temperatures bring May showers.
Yes, maybe
This
so.
is getting crazy.
Right, it's just been raining nonstop, and it's been so cold. But on May 14th, when you have your wonderful Pops concert at the Ware Center, it's going to be sunny and beautiful.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about what this show is all about.
So everybody will want to come out in the warm sunshine to see
right,
Will
we're
and
willing it.
Anthony
They'll be sick of it
Nunziata.
by then.
Yeah, could be. Will and Anthony Nunziata in Broadway, Our Way. It's a variety show, basically, with fabulous voices of these two brothers, and their kind of brotherly banter and comedy. So it's a variety show as well as great Broadway music.
Backed up by the orchestra. Who can beat that? That's
Absolutely.
fantastic. You know, and Paige, I have to say, you actually were one of our very first guests on this show so long ago. So you're starting our crazy show and kind of ending the show before we take a break. So I'm so excited. And this has been such a great season for you and such an incredible journey, trying out some new things and keeping with the same stuff you have done with all the classical music that's gone so well. So what does next season look like? Are you going to have some new things coming up? What's going to happen?
We have, well, first, after May 14th, we have our last Classic Series concert of the year, featuring gorgeous, powerful, amazing, newly graduated doctor from Frost School of Music,
fabulous.
Asia Koropanova. She's actually a guest or an audience favorite. She's been here a couple of times, and we're glad to finish our season with her.
That was my alma mater, by the way. Just want to put that out. University of Miami, Frost School of Music.
I'm in good company then.
Good company.
Well, and it's interesting because Maestro really seems to tap into the Latino composers and that whole sound. What's his background in that makes it so vibrant?
Maestro spent a good portion of his youth in Colombia.
Right.
In Colombia, and
Wow,
I
that's
wish I
fabulous.
knew all of that
Well,
history,
I think he
but
was
I
music
don't.
director of like an orchestra in Venezuela or something as well, and so he's.
He was guest
Oh,
conductor.
okay, yeah,
Guest
so-
conductor.
That's
But I
very
hate to
nice.
tell you, Aussie is Russian.
Oh. That's what
Great.
it
But
is.
we like Russians too.
No,
and we
we-
just
we
did the
like them.
tango, and
yes,
That's
yes.
right. That's exciting.
And
And
I'm sure
we're
Maestro's
co-
been to Russia as well.
That's right.
probably.
Does anybody else want to co-host this thing? 'Cause
You're fired.
I'm
Rob.
so sorry,
I'm all
Rob.
for one here.
I'm so sorry.
No, but
we
went
are-
to University of Miami, which is Latino. Okay,
All
moving
right.
on.
Yeah,
Moving
it
along.
all kind of works.
Tell us about the Nunziata brothers. Like, what's their resume? Is this their regular gig?
Well, you know, it's really cool because a few years ago, as part of the cabaret series at the Ware Center, Harvey Owen, the former director, booked them, and we sold out our cabaret space, and they are just charming as heck. They're just wonderful, and now all of a sudden their careers have taken off. They've done all these concerts with different orchestras across the country. So for us to have them here with our symphony, I think it's just so incredibly
It's
cool.
been featured in Broadway World and on Good Morning America. They're making their Carnegie Hall debut in December. So they
Yeah.
really
They're
are
rising
a
stars.
top-notch duo that we're bringing. But anyway, we kick off our next season in September, and there are some amazing things happening. It never ceases to amaze me what Maestro comes up with to bring to us, including a symphonic blues featuring the harmonica.
Oh, very cool.
Watch for some fun things in our coming season.
Very nice. Oh, we can't wait. Well, and then we'll have to have you back many times next year as well on the show when we get started back up.
I love to come and talk with you. so.
Yay.
If only I could sing. Maybe Cordy would let me sing.
I like it. All of our guests have to sing.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Except I don't have to sing. And there's some great songs that people will hear, including The Impossible Dream, Just in Time, Being Alive, and that is Saturday, May 14th, so not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, 3 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. I think a few tickets are still available. It's at the Ware Center, and you can go to artsmu.com to get those tickets.
One
cool.
last plug
Yes,
for
please.
Laura and the Arts at Millersville.
Okay.
Lancaster Symphony wouldn't have been able to put new popular music concerts together without your partnership.
Yeah.
So thank you
Oh,
for
yeah,
having
Laura.
us
It's
and being our partner.
No, it's our pleasure. We love the symphony, and this has been a lot of fun and very exciting, and we're excited to have you on our stage. So
Yeah,
thanks,
one more
Paige.
time.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good one. Stay dry, and thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Paige.
Thanks so much.
Up next, we're going to have Danny White Cotton will be playing an original song called No God in Mexico.
Got these 2 gold dollars in pocket since I left Texas. Joined up with the regular on-board thing. We're just bandits. Killed a man in a small town saloon with nothing but my fist. They say there ain't no God in Mexico. The devil is where the boot fits. Lost a man in Sonora, his closest thing to a friend of mine. Stealing food from some old caballeros, pushing south along the borderline. We were fighting for land and money and a country, if it fit. They say there ain't no God in Mexico. The devil is where the boot fits. We had nothing to lose. You use poor boys to fight a war. That's what rich people do. And we had nothing to prove, but you made us think that we did, that we needed this. Now we're fighting a war that nobody sees. They say there ain't no God in Mexico. The devil will do as he please. just 10 miles out from the Rio Grande. When I fired my 36 carbine and my captain fell to the sand. We were fighting for land and money, and to get it, we had to live. They say there ain't no God in Mexico, but loyalty is where the money is. We had nothing to lose. You use poor boys to fight a war. That's what rich people do. Had nothing left to prove, but you made us think that we did, that we needed this. Now we're fighting a war that nobody sees. They say there ain't no God in Mexico, the devil do as he please. Say there ain't no God in Mexico, so get up off your knees.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That was Danny White Cotton. He's going to come over and chat with us a little bit. And wow, what a perfect soundtrack for today. Our little cloudy but beautiful music. Thank you so much.
Little dreary music.
No, not dreary at all. I thought it was very beautiful.
It fit well with my Edgar Allan Poe poem.
That's, I think so. This is our theme. You know, our shows end up having some themes. I don't know how that works. So you're from Wilmington, Delaware. Welcome to Lancaster.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
Have you played with us before?
Yes. A couple years ago, I played at Lancaster Dispensing Company. Actually, a couple weeks ago, I played there again for the launch music
very
conference.
nice.
Yes.
Good. So you know Lancaster well.
Fairly well.
Okay,
yeah.
great, wonderful, exciting. So you play mostly solo, but you sometimes have a band with you as well. Is that right? And what will you have at Tellus or at Rabbit and the Dragonfly? I'm sorry, you're playing.
It'll just be me tonight.
Okay,
so yeah,
very nice.
a little acoustic set and so
very cool.
Very intimate.
And what time is the show at the Rabbit and Dragonfly?
At 7 o'clock.
At 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. And do we need tickets or can we just stop by?
I believe that you can just stop by. I think it's actually free, but donations are accepted. So. And kind of the reason for picking that spot is I'm releasing an album of mostly literary tunes. So also to go with your poem. So they're based off of the first 5 books of Cormac McCarthy.
Really?
So, yes, that last one was based off of, or inspired by Blood Meridian.
Okay.
Which is a book of his.
Oh, he's a fantastic writer. What a great catalog of books to then put to music. How exciting is that?
And the Rabbit and Dragonfly being a cafe and bookstore, perfect place for it.
Yeah,
that's
perfect.
Great.
And it's at 51 North Market Street. So tonight, we can come hear you play.
Yes.
Very
yes,
cool.
Please do.
Well, very good. And tell us a little bit about what is the long-running Delmarva Folk Festival.
So Delmarva Folk Festival is a folk festival that happens down around kind of where Dover is, and I didn't really know much about it. I'm still kind of new to Delaware in this area and generally, so I didn't know much about it, but it's a really cool event. It's way out in the backwoods. When you're driving there, it's kind of like, where am I going? I thought, like, this could end badly, but like you kind of drive on a dirt road through somebody's property. Then you get back and there's this big field and they have a stage set up, and it's really a cool event.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, very good. Well, congratulations on booking that gig and getting part of that. And I'm wondering if you might play another song for us.
I can do that.
Okay,
definitely.
it's called Ballad of Lester Ballard.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this song.
So this one is based off of one of Cormac McCarthy's books called Child of God, which was made into a movie, I think, a couple years ago. And but it's a very dark book, and I had all these dark songs with reading his stuff that it just kind of just comes out dark. I kind of in the middle of it, I said I need something kind of upbeat, so that's where this song came out of. It's more of a rejoicing that kind of the ending of the book.
Yeah, very good. Well, great.
Right.
Wonderful. Thank you. So we have Danny White Cotton, who's performing tonight at the Rabbit and Dragonfly Bookstore and Cafe, and you can just stop on by.
Deep in the hole, this child of God, a hand on the rifle, well, that's all that he's got. deserves no pity, deserves no mercy from someone as earthly as you or me. Went off the rails when things went south, murdered and sinned on the outskirts of town. God can't forget that we can't forget about Lester Ballard and what he meant. An unmarked grave, well, it seems too good for the terror he raised and the lives that he took. With God's own hand, let this proceed. Does a child of God fall far from the tree? Went off the edge, and things went south, murdered and sinned on the outskirts of town. If God can't forgive, then we can't forget about Lester Ballard and what he meant. Let us pray for forgiveness. Let us pray for the souls that we've lost. Let us pray that this pain could never come back someday. Someday. Went off the edge when things went south, lived in a cave on the outskirts of town. If God can't forgive, then we can't forget about Lester Ballard. Went off the edge when things went south, murdered and sinned on the outskirts of town. If God can't forgive, then we can't forget about Lester Ballard and what he meant.
All right, thank you so much. So this next interviewee is Stuart Hyatt. Welcome, Stuart.
Hi, thank you.
How are you?
Good.
So this project is, I think, incredibly fascinating. It came out of the City of Lancaster's public art program, and it's called Lancaster Sound Map, and I happened to hear about it maybe 6 months ago, 8 months ago. You've been working on this project, and it's incredibly fascinating and such an incredibly unique way to share voices in the city. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the process and what you've been up to?
Sure. So I was commissioned by the City of Lancaster's public art program to create essentially an invisible piece of public art, which is a big gamble. Usually when we think of public art, we think of murals, sculptures, things that you can see and walk around and celebrate. But there's a movement towards doing things that are a little more ephemeral, transitory, interdisciplinary, and this is one of those. So what I proposed was to walk the whole city, and in fact, much of the county, just collecting sounds with my microphone, snapping pictures, and then assembling those into an online map of sounds. So I've set the template for that, and if you go to lancastersoundmap.com, you can explore the sounds of this region.
Okay, so when you talk about sounds, are you talking voices? Are you talking like soundscape? Like what is that? What does that look like?
Everything. So there's ambient sounds, which kind of put you in a place. There are sounds of business, of people working, of playgrounds. But then more specifically, and I think most interestingly, there are conversations I have with people, and I just approach people, and I try not to scare them, and I point a microphone at them, and I don't ask them like, what was your childhood dream? Tell me about your mother.
Right.
I say, tell me about your neighborhood. What's it like on this stoop? What's it like on this block? Or out in the country, what's it like living out here? So it's really about place.
Oh, Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And so all of this came together. You've worked with other musicians, though, as well, right, to kind of pull this together. Who were some of the folks that you worked with?
Oh, boy. I worked with Juana Molina, who's a Argentinian singer-songwriter. I worked with Illuvium, a Portland-based ambient instrumental musician. I worked with Paul de Jong from New York, who was one half of The Books, one of the best pop collage bands of all time. I worked with Loso. I worked with The Album Leaf. I worked with Beatrice Jar. A whole list of things. And I can give you an example. Okay, so imagine, listeners, you hear this, and we'll see if this audio can come through here.
Okay.
We told you that you would find these people friendly and understanding, always ready to lend a helpful hand. You found that this was so. During your training and later on the job, you got the feeling of spirit and comradeship.
So this is an employee training manual from the Hamilton Watch Company.
Oh, wow.
I recorded this at the Watch and Clock Museum out in Columbia. And I thought, man, this is really amazing. And I never heard the word horology, which is like the making of watches and clocks, which is like a huge thing here. So I said, well, let's make a song about that. So I sent the files to Paul, and we communicated over email, and this is what it sounded like. So it's building up layers of sound from the samples. And here's a more kind of concrete example, so to speak. Maybe 5 blocks away from here, I approached a man who was breaking apart an old TV set and trying to salvage metal from inside the cathode ray tube, and this is what that sounded like. And so we used that with another gentleman I worked with to build up a rhythm track based on that, and this is what that sounds like. And that's the voice of a woman on her front porch saying everyone.
No drama around here.
So yeah, just a couple samples of how the music is built up from those sounds.
So fun. That is so amazing. So and what you've done is you've pulled all of this together in an album.
Correct. It's full-length LP.
And it's and it's on vinyl.
It is on vinyl.
That's exciting.
I worked with a writer here who teaches at F&M, and he wrote an extended essay specifically for the liner notes about trying to find the center of this county by walking. So it really takes me as the protagonist with a microphone, starting at the county edges and circling in huge concentric rings toward an imaginary center, the way a needle finds its center on an LP. So I am the needle following a groove to the center, and I think I found the center. It's not what you'd expect.
Okay.
You'd think it would be the monument right here.
Right. Sure.
Well, I got there, and it was the geographic center, but it wasn't the gravitational metaphysical center.
And where's that then?
It's just south of here.
Okay.
In the park. It's at County Park.
Yeah.
Right? There's a massive, huge telecommunications tower that beams out all signals to the entire county, and it's plotted on an indigenous burial ground.
Really?
And if you listen to the record, that might make sense.
Okay. Oh, well, now I'm totally in. That is amazing.
This is a day of mystery.
It is indeed. It is indeed. So there's many events going on in this city. I know as part of First Friday, there's tonight at the Visitor Center from 6 to 9 p.m. It's a possible location to hear some of the music and maybe meet with you. Is that correct?
Right. So from 5:30 to 8.
Okay.
There's a small exhibition of some photos I took. We'll also have turntable listening stations.
Very nice.
At the Lancaster City Visitor Center at 38 Penn Square.
Okay.
And before I leave, I've got one more sample for you.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Because we can't forget the rural spaces here.
That's right.
So here's a horse auction turned into a song.
Brilliant.
Down 12, here we go, 12, 11, 12, here we go, left here down, left here down, 12, 13, 12 and 13, 13, here 12 and 13, here 12, here down, 13, 1300, 12 and 13, here 13, you're out, 13, 12, here down, 13, here down, 1300, 12, 13, 14.
So how do I make that musical? And
Yes.
we can end, we can end with this.
And everything else, somebody take him home, put some miles on him, make something. These things are young enough.
They're getting better. Look at that short man.
That's great. Stuart, thank you so much for coming to Lancaster and sharing your music with us and mapping our city and our county. And the album is called Born in the Ear, and please check out more about it. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, you.
All right, take care. And up next, we're going to have a song from our one-man house band, Cordy Byron. Yeah, I'm not weird.
If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline,
Remember me to the one who lives there, for she once was a true love of mine.
please see for me that her hair's hanging down, curls and falls all down her breast. See for me that her hair's hanging down, 'cause that's the way I remember her best.
If you go when the snowflakes fall and the rivers freeze and summer ends, you see she wears a coat so warm to keep her from the howling wind.
If you're traveling in the North Country Fair,
where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to the one who lives there, for she once was a true love of mine.
true love of mine,
True love of mine,
a true love of mine, true love of mine,
true love of mine,
true love of mine. She once was a
true love of mine.
That way.
Thank you so much. That was Cordy Byron and Matt Weir. Winger, gosh.
And next up, we have our friends from the People's Shakespeare Project. We have Laura Howell. Welcome,
Yes,
Laura.
hi.
And would you introduce everyone else that's here with us today?
Well, we brought 3 actors with us. We have Jeremiah Miller, who is playing Hamlet this summer out at the Winter Center Amphitheater on Millersville campus. And he will be doing a scene with Holly Andrew, who is Ophelia. And John Climo will be playing a short version of Polonius.
A short version? Like
Short, yeah, well, you know, he talks a
tall are you?
lot.
Oh, I see.
And,
okay.
no.
not physically short.
No, we're
but-
shortening up the Hamlet scene too because he does talk a lot.
You get the gist in the first soliloquy.
You'll get the gist.
You'll get the
Well,
gist.
and Hamlet's perfect for our jury day. I mean,
Yes.
this is the whole show is just sort of tying
I told
in
you,
together.
we get
Uh-huh.
themes
Yeah,
together. We
it's
don't plan it,
fantastic.
but they just kind of happen.
The melancholy
That's right.
Dane. It's very melancholy.
So we're
out
forecasting into the future of our show a little bit. So imagine we are doing this show in June, because your show gets off and running in June.
Yes.
And it's outdoors, which is very exciting.
Yes.
And there will be no rain like today, so
No
it'll be
rain.
absolutely beautiful. The
Mhm.
dates are the 9th through the 12th and the 16th through the 19th, and you've been doing this for a few years, right, Laura?
Well, we're very proud. This is our 10th anniversary.
Congratulations.
So it's a great show to celebrate 10 years of Shakespeare with People
that's
Shakespeare
great.
And
Project.
keeping Shakespeare alive in our city and
thank you.
and alive in general, because it's just a beautiful. The stories are so timeless, and it's important to get the language out there and for people to hear it. It's so
Absolutely.
incredibly beautiful.
When you guys are sort of carrying the mantle of the Shakespeare in the Park feeling, like my family and I love to go we've been like last 3 years or so. And
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah,
Holly, I
that's
have to
great.
let you know that I'm a huge fan. I saw you as Ariel last year. It was amazing. So I'm excited.
I'm
to
a
see-
huge fan of Holly's too. She has been with us since the first year.
Wow.
Wow! Congratulations. That's
amazing.
awesome.
And she's
Very
also
cool.
teaching in our middle school camps.
Oh, great.
So we
Yeah,
have
which
Camp
is-
Will.
which are full this summer?
They are totally filled.
That's gonna be
And we
great.
have one session at Millersville and one session at the
At the
Trust,
Trust, yeah.
in
We're
Lancaster.
Delighted to have you there.
Yeah,
great.
thank you.
Very cool. So it sounds like we've got maybe a scene that we might be able to hear a little bit of from Hamlet, yeah?
Yeah, let's do a little Hamlet and Ophelia from the nunnery scene.
Very good.
Good my lord, how does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well, well, well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed long to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. And with them words of so sweet breath composed as made the things more rich, their perfume lost. Take these again, for to the noble mind rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly. For the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord. You made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant knaves all, believe none of us. Get thee to a nunnery. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the door be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house.
Well done. Thank you so much. And I know we have another monologue to hear in just a minute, but before we do that, I do want to talk about this other project that is on my desk here. It's called Death Valley, A Love Story, and this is a film on the play by Sandy Asher, and Sandy is here with us. Hi, Sandy.
Hi. How are you
Welcome.
both?
So tell us a little bit about what this film is.
This film is the culmination of a long process that started with journals written by the late David Nutter and Carol Emerson that became a play that was had its first public reading here at Telus.
Oh, very nice.
That was then given a generous donation to become a film, which Andrea Campbell is doing with Natural Light Films, which will come back to Telus on May 15th for the first public screenings, and it will be available both as a DVD with guidebook for therapy in grief counseling and as just a DVD for the general public.
Oh, that's fantastic. And if you come on the 15th, admission is free, but donations are welcome.
Yes.
The proceeds are going to the Samaritan Counseling Center, which
Correct.
is really fabulous.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
fantastic. Well, congratulations. What
Well,
an
thank
incredible
you.
journey.
It
I
is.
know that's not easy to get a play into a film, and what a great thing for Lancaster to have
Very
that.
unexpected.
Oh, very
And
exciting.
even though it is free, reservations are suggested.
Okay, very
Because a
good.
lot of postcards went out, and TELUS can only handle so many people.
Sure,
So,
absolutely, and I bet a lot of people will be there. And there's 2 showings, 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock.
Right,
So that's
and
what
if you
people
go
can
to
choose.
Eventbrite and just do a search for Death Valley, comes right up.
Very good. Well, very wonderful. I'm
thank
so
you, Sandy.
thrilled to have you on today, and thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing. And
Thank
people need
you.
to come out and see it. Laura, will you tell us about what this next scene is from Hamlet?
This is a scene where Polonius is giving advice to his son Laertes, who's leaving for France, and he's giving him the last little bits of his wisdom that he can offer to him.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, and thank you, ladies, for stopping by today too. Thanks.
Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Those friends thou hast, and their adoption tried, grapple them to thy soul with hoops of steel. But do not dull thy palm with entertainment of each new hatch, unfledged comrade. Beware entrance to a quarrel, but being in it, bear it that the opposed may beware of thee. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit as thy purse can buy, but not expressed in fancy. Rich, not gaudy, for the apparel oft proclaims the man. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, for loan oft loses both itself and friend, and borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man.
Well
Wonderful.
done. Bravo. Those were excerpts from Hamlet by the People's Shakespeare Project, performing next month in June at the Winter Visual and Performing Arts Center on the campus of Millersville University. Thank you all for stopping by.
Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure to have you. And up next, we have the Popovsky group coming over here. They have a really great performance to talk about with us. So welcome, Michael Popovsky and crew. Maybe you'll introduce
morning,
a little
guys.
bit of who's all here.
Absolutely. We have 3 of our performers here with us today.
Hi, guys.
We have Michael DePupo, who will be playing Dewey Finn, who's the lead in the show.
Great.
We also have Kristen Bennett, who's playing Summer Hathaway, and Max Bartos, who will be playing Zach Mooneyham.
Very nice. And this is an incredible coup for you to get this show, right? This is School of Rock.
It is, and we are incredibly excited. We're actually the first company in our area, and as far as I know, the second company in Pennsylvania to be able to produce this show. It's a brand new Broadway musical.
Nice.
It's based on the very popular 2003 movie starring Jack Black.
Right.
And normally what happens is that when a show hits Broadway, they won't allow it to be licensed out to other groups until it comes down off Broadway.
I was going to say, it's like really fresh off of Broadway.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think it
very
opened
exciting.
in late November.
Okay.
So because this show promotes music in the schools, they made the decision to release it right away for 18 and under productions.
Oh, well, congratulations for getting
Thank
getting
you.
it here. That's
Yeah,
so
we're
great.
thrilled.
Yeah,
And I
so
can tell you, I've been listening to, so my daughter is going to be in this show.
Yes, she is.
Delaney,
She's
shout out
our
to
Miss
Delaney. I think
Mullins.
she's in choir
Hey,
rehearsal right now. But
Delaney!
yeah, and so I've been listening to the music. It's really fantastic. A lot of times when movies try to make it to the stage as a musical, it's sort of questionable, you know. But the music in this show is really wonderful.
It is. So if people tended to love the music that was in the original movie,
Right.
and then when they took it to Broadway, they had additional music written, and they
Yeah.
had it written by, a little-known composer, Andrew Lloyd Webber,
Who's
who
that?
wrote Phantom and Cats, and so he wrote the additional music for the score. So not only is it the really great music from the movie, but he wrote some really beautiful additional pieces.
And so the show goes up in August
It
at
does.
the Rochelle Performing Arts Center at FNM, which is very exciting. So for my actors here that has stopped by, what is this process like? Have you started? Are you excited? What do you think? Who wants to join in? Go for it. We'll get right up close to the microphone if you would.
I'm really excited for this show. As
Mr. P said, it's very new on Broadway, and I am extremely excited and happy to be a part of it.
Tell us something about your character. What's he like?
Well, Zach feels forgotten from his family because his dad's all like business, business, business. And at school, his teacher, I'm putting teacher in quotes, teaches him the electric guitar, and the class forms a band, and yeah, it's a really fun show.
They really find sort of the team kind of through the process. This class really comes together and they become a band, more or less. But then also kind of like family. They understand each other. They support each other. So tell us a little bit about your character then.
So I play.
First of all, what's your name?
My name's Kristen Bennett, and
to
I
meet you.
play Summer.
Okay.
And she is like the one that bosses everybody around. She's the manager, and she always wants to have the good grades, which I can kind of relate to because I hope that. But
yeah.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun to do.
So
and
she
to
kind of
have that
manages them all, right?
Exactly,
Yes. Do you
yes.
see yourself as a future band manager someday?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's fun to kind of like boss people around on stage, but not exactly in real life.
I
'cause
gotcha. Yeah, it's sometimes hard.
Yeah,
I know.
it is.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, good. Well, thank you for joining us. And very last but not least, tell us about your character and your name.
My name is Michael DePupo. I will be playing Dewey Finn. I'm super, super crazy excited about this because Dewey Finn is kind of a dream role of mine.
Okay.
So I just get to act like a total buffoon on stage and do two of my favorite things, which is acting and music.
So that's Jack Black's character,
Yes,
right?
it is
Yeah.
Jack Black's
very
character.
nice.
Awesome.
So
That's
I just
awesome.
get to bounce around and be amazingly.
Have a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's going to be
okay.
awesome.
So dream role right there.
Exactly. Well, so I'm thrilled that this is coming to Lancaster. I think everybody needs to come and see it. And how do people find out about it?
We've already
over the
got
summer?
tickets for sale on our website through popovskyperformingarts.com. If Popovsky is too hard to spell, you can just Google search for Performing Arts in Lancaster and our site will come up.
Great.
And we have a link to buy tickets right on our website. I do want people to know that even though this is an 18 and under production, most of our performers have been on stage at American Music Theater, Dutch Apple, the Fulton, a lot of the professional, semi-professional, and community theaters in Lancaster. So we are super excited for the up-and-coming talent. Lancaster has so much talent and young talent, and a lot of them are coming together for this show.
Absolutely. Well,
And
I
a
think
lot of them are playing live instruments on stage
oh,
too,
wow.
which is going to be
So,
great.
Okay, so you're playing. Now, tell us what is the instrument you're playing? And I did catch your name too. Make sure.
My name's Max Bartos, and my character Zach, he is the lead guitar player. So I'm
Okay,
gonna have
so
to play electric guitar.
Are you having to learn over the summer, or do you already know how to play?
I already, well, I mean, I wouldn't call myself like an expert at guitar.
You will be by
but
the end.
Yeah, probably.
Better be.
Probably,
Very
but
cool.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming out this morning
Thank
and
you guys for
sharing
having
about
us.
this. And we hope maybe in August we'll be back up on our show and you can come back and maybe sing a little bit or talk a little more about it and,
We'd love
and
to.
share with us. And have a great time and have fun bossing those people around. It's a good skill to have. All right.
School
Thank
of
you
Rock,
guys for
August
having
12th and 13th at Rochelle. Wonderful. Thanks for coming.
Thanks
guys.
for coming
you
over,
guys.
guys. All right. And I'm going to get this right now. We have Matt Wenger, is that correct? Playing a little song for us.
I will not go down under the ground, 'cause somebody tells me that death's coming round. And I will not carry myself down to die. When I go to my grave, my head will be high. Let me die in my footsteps before I go down under the ground. Now there's rumors of wars and wars that have been. The meaning of life has been lost in the wind. And some people thinking that the end is close by. Instead of learning to live, they are learning to die. Let me die in my footsteps before I go down under the ground. I don't know if I'm smart, but I think I can see somebody's pulling the wool over me. And if this war comes and death's all around, let me die in this land before I die underground. Let me die in my footsteps before I go down under the ground. Now there's always been people that have to cause fear. They've been talking about war now for many a year. I've read all their statements and I've not said a word. But now, Lord God, let my poor voice be heard. Let me die in my footsteps before I go down under the ground. You know, if I had rubies and riches and crowns, I'd buy this whole world and I'd turn things around. I'd throw all the guns and the tanks in the sea, for they are part of a past history. Let me die in my footsteps before I go down under the ground. Let me drink from the water where the mountain streams flood. Let the smell of wildflowers flow free through my blood. Let me sleep in your meadows with the green grass leaves. Let me walk down the highway with my brother in peace. Let me die in my footsteps before I go down under the ground. So go out in your valleys where the land meets the sun, to the craters and the canyons where the waterfalls run. Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona, Idaho. Let every state in this union seep deep down in your soul. And you'll die in your footsteps before you go down under the ground.
Very nice. Thank you so much. That was Matt Wenger. And with us we have the Robert Bobby duo. Welcome.
Whoa, Nettie, yeah.
So we have Robert, hello.
Hello, hello.
And Mrs. Bobby.
Yes.
Hi. How are things?
Great.
A little rainy.
Now, Mrs. Bobby was playing the bass earlier, right?
Yes.
Right, Cordy? That's
Yes.
awesome. Something so cool about female bass players. I don't know what
I
it
don't
is.
know. So many men seem to think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very nice. So you are doing a Bob Dylan bash here
Yep.
at Tellus 360.
Bob Dylan's 75th birthday is May 24th. Getting my months mixed up. And Bob Dylan would too. He's age 75, so we're having our second annual here at Tellus 360 in beautiful downtown Lancaster this Thursday, May 12th. Doors will open around 7. We'll get the music started around 7:30. And we got some great performers, some of whom you have heard today. Matt Wenger is like the coolest kid on the block here in the Bob
Agreed.
Dylan scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Got the
Young Bob
harmonica.
Dylan.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Young Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's fabulous.
He's an inspiration. And Bob Dylan, I mean, it's so cool that for this show we have had Shakespeare on, and now the bard of our generation, Bob Dylan.
Good point. Absolutely.
Is going to be featured, and all the songs that, other than the ones Danny did, I think, were Bob Dylan songs today. You Ain't Going Nowhere,
Yeah.
and
Very nice.
one Matt did, and Cordy and Matt did, The Girl from North Country. That's a sample of what you're going to hear Thursday night. So we
Very
got,
good.
besides Matt, we have Cordy Byron, the one and
Gonna
only, is
sit
going to
in.
be with us, big part of it. And Leah DeSanto from Vinegar Creek.
Absolutely.
Right.
And Dan Blakesley, who I haven't met, but Leo vouches for him, and that's good enough for me.
And I love that about musicians in this town, because you all, and I think musicians in general, we may not know each other, but we're going to come together and we're going to play, and it will sound incredible, and it will be just a wonderful time
we
for
also
people
have
to get
Beggars
together.
Ride, friends of ours, a female duo from
returning from last year.
Baltimore. They're back, and another friend, Michael Arthur from York.
You've put together quite a lineup. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it is really. It's going to be a great show. Last year we had like 200 people.
Oh, fantastic!
Keep having to add chairs in the back. It was a magnificent night. So if you want to be part of it, come out Thursday.
Yeah.
Tickets are only $10.
$10.
That's
awesome.
a steal.
Yeah.
Right there. That's
So what draws you to Bob Dylan's music?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan in general. I mean, he is so prolific.
I mean, he's the bard of our generation. Our generation. For Matt, I don't know, Matt. You want to pipe in there?
I don't know. I mean, he just sings. He sings the truth. You know
what you're thinking. Right.
Exactly. What everyone's.
It's kind of like country music. 3 chords and the truth. Huh?
Yes, 3 chords and the truth. Fantastic. Well, thank you all for coming on and sharing a little bit about what the concert's going to look like. I think people need to get out on Thursday, May 12th at 7 p.m. to come over to Tellus 360.
Yeah, it won't be nearly as fun a night if people don't show up.
Yeah,
That's what makes it.
I have no
it's
problem.
a real.
I have no doubt people will be there.
It's a real fun night.
That's great. And you might play one more song as we end our show today. So thank you so much for being on.
Yeah, thanks.
We appreciate it. Well, we're going to tell you a little bit about other things that are coming up that weren't on our show today. Of course, tonight is First Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. all over Lancaster City.
And the weather's supposed to get better.
Yes,
before
it
tonight,
is.
So that'd be great. The senior show and celebration Friday, also tonight, from 5 to 8 at the Pennsylvania College of Art and Design. So while you're out for First Friday, stop by PCAD.
And tonight, stop by LSP Studios. They're opening a new exhibit called Tectonic, and they're at 110 West King Street.
And Sherry Ostroff will be doing a book signing at Henrietta Heisler Interiors on West Walnut. She wrote the book The Lucky One, and she'll be there to sign. When is that? Is that tonight?
Tonight.
All right,
yeah,
wonderful, yeah.
We're doing it all tonight.
Okay.
And then let's start tomorrow. Of course, it's Spring Art Walk, and it's all day tomorrow out throughout the city. So put your rain boots on and get out there.
Is Central Market doing their big feed thing that they do? Like all
I haven't heard.
Okay,
I have no idea.
Check out that too. African American Heritage Tours kickoff event, historic city of Lancaster. That'll be Saturday from 1 to 5. A really busy weekend, and that's starting at Tellus 360. So
And
that's right here.
Finally, Saturday from 10 to 11 at Lululemon Athletica on 341 North Queen Street will be a mat to market yoga. So everyone, there is a lot to do and see in our fabulous city. So get out there, put your rain boots on, put an umbrella over your head, and you're all set to go. So that is our show today. It's our last show of our season, and I truly want to thank the 91.7 The Ville for hosting us, for broadcasting us. It's been a thrill to be on the show. And FridayLiveLancaster.com, you can find out more about us. I also want to sincerely thank from the bottom of my heart the folks here at Tellus 360 that let us do this show. Tony Geyer, Jacob Lewis, Meg Wilson, Hans Smucker, Curtis Silverwood, all of our guests. These guys do this out of the goodness of their hearts. They come week after week after week and put this show together for us.
Thanks, guys.
And it's pretty amazing. Cordy Byron as well, such an incredible musician in our city, and he comes out every week and plays for us, and we're so grateful. And I want to say a very huge thank you to Joe Devoy, who's out on the road, and
Hi,
then my
Joe.
wonderful co-host who sat in today. Thank you so much, Rob Bigley.
My honor. Thank you very much.
I'm Laura Kendall, and have a wonderful summer, wonderful break. We're excited to get out there, and Friday Live Lancaster will return in August, so check us out on the website. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
With that pickup line with the wheels scored, her friend of hers with jigsaw boards, and her keys in a jug, keys in a cash. I'm gonna beat it, that $1 million bash. Headed to, baby, ooh-wee, everybody, ooh, baby, ooh-wee, it's $1 million bash. Well, now everybody from right now to over there and back, the bigger they come, the louder they crack. All right, sweet cream, now don't forget to flash. Take it on over to that $1 million bash. In it too, baby. Ooh-wee, ooh, baby. Ooh-wee, it's $1 million bash. When I took my accomplice out to the barn, said it never was there, and she told him the
myself in the face with my fist. I took my potatoes on down to be mashed and made it on over to that $1 million bash. And it's ooh, baby, ooh-wee, ooh, baby, ooh-wee, it's $1 million bash. Well, I've been hit it too hard, my stones won't take. I get up in the morning, it's too early to wake. First it's hello, then goodbye, then push it and crash. We'll all be there at that $1 million bash. And it's ooh, baby, ooh-wee, ooh, baby, ooh-wee, it's $1 million bash. And it's ooh, baby, ooh-wee, ooh, baby, ooh-wee, it's $1 million bash. All right, come on after that $1 million bash this Thursday.